Hey everyone, welcome back to CryptoCache. Thank you very much for joining me here. I hope you're having a phenomenal day. We're going to take a quick look here again at Matic, double check. We got a bullish back to this descending trend. While this descending trend isn't perfect, just gives us perspective we're on the right side of the tracks for the most part. So we'll discuss that as well as some liquidation levels in the back end. So if you are new to the channel, hit the like button, comment below, deeply appreciate that. And if you want to become a better trader, again, CryptoCache.tech is a site, link down below. We do have limited slots available, of course. Make sure that if you do end up registering, you read through our signals guide available on our Discord. It's also available on our website as well if you don't prefer Discord. But it's a good medium here to be able to communicate with some awesome traders. We do have some really good trades here recently. AVO 64%. Caspa 74%, that's a long previously, and of course Myro short here at about 25% of the downside. So some good stuff forming there, folks. Thanks again so much for the awesome feedback. Let's go ahead and get started with some liquidation, and we can see this recent high. Essentially, some shorts got kind of heavy there. Heavy liquidation of shorts got swept at about 71.5 cents. So we got liquidation upwards of about round number 74 cents, more so about 73. Between now and 73 cents, we should see the price action continue to sweep further up. Again, to kind of get that liquidation levels taken care of, we got larger time frame here. We look at the last month, we got heavier concentration liquidation at about 76.5 cents. So future reference, if you're ever unsure about where to set your take profit targets, usually just below key fib levels if you're trading to the upside, inverse to the downside, but also just below these key levels here on liquidation, because that's an important area that is commonly going to get swept, because whales are greedy, right? They're going to go ahead and take the price action, take it whatever direction they want, but generally they like to sweep levels of liquidity, and it's just very common because those accumulate at support and resistance zones. Okay, so just some friendly advice there, something to kind of consider in the future. So let's take a look at the daily here. Now the daily isn't like phenomenal by any stretch here. We look at the 50-day SMA, we're above that, which is good. That lets us know and kind of confirms that this descending trend break is a very good one. Okay, in other words, being above a descending trend line and the 50-day SMA on the daily, that's generally a very favorable sign. We want to be over the 20 because that gives us that shift in momentum, letting us know that, hey, we're more so on the right side of tracks. So a closure above 0.5 fib here at about 71.5 would be ideal or optimal. That's where we just saw the liquidation levels occur here just recently, right? That was that heavy concentration that got swept. So typically when you see a sweep like that, there's going to be a second attempt. We could even be, and this is a very early phase here, but we could be in a cup and handle pattern. It's going to look a lot better on smaller time frames. The daily time frame doesn't paint that picture very well. Let's take a quick look here. We're getting close to 50 on the RSI. Money flow index is tapering off. That's standard when the price action pulls back as hard as it did. We can also see MACD trying to converge here and stochastic swinging up. We're seeing this a lot with the majority of altcoins. It's a very, very good sign. It means they're all primed and kind of ready to rock and roll, and they're looking forward to, or more likely than not, gonna increase in value than decrease based on that, again, that shift in momentum that's occurring. Again, this most recent low here, which is fantastic, is above the previous low. That's awesome news, basically telling us we're still establishing higher lows. In a way, it's not perfect, but it definitely helps, okay? Furthermore, too, we got an increased amount of volume. Money flow index is increasing on the 4-hour time frame. This is about a 2.5-day lag here for the RSI and MFI. They run on a 14 candlestick pattern, or 14 candlestick average, rather. So having said that, in the last 2.5 trading days, we've seen more volume coming into Matic than coming out. That's great. We have more money flowing in and less overextension, implying we have more continuation potential. And I like to see that. It's a very, very good sign. We can see the MACD also converging here, extremely beneficial. So these are all very positive contributing factors. Another thing to look at too here, just kind of get perspective, and I'll post this on our Twitter, Telegram, and Discord. If you're not familiar, I have layout charts essentially where I kind of analyze and review these things here and put them up as a result of my YouTube videos. We can see here, basically this 0.382 fib level at about 71 cents roughly is that potential support range, because we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, almost 7 candlesticks before the price action broke free in that range, okay? So this is really good news. We like to see that. The probability of the price pulling back to that 71 cent range is moderate. If it does pull back, that's a good place in which we'll see the price action bounce. It's common for most recent resistance level to be retested as a support. Okay, so that's kind of where we're at there. The 4-hour looks pretty strong. Daily time frame, good. 4-hour, good. Hourly, what are we looking at here? Well, we're above all moving averages now. Officially, that's fantastic. Lagging spans free and clear of the price action. Conversion line's trying to break free from the baseline, and of course, we're above the cloud. The cloud's consolidating closer to this 0.382 fib level, so the price again does pull back. I think we'll see a solid bounce here or here, and that would make perfect sense. So what we're going to do, we're just draw a trend line here for future reference. Pay close attention to this guy and kind of see roughly where we're at. And in a perfect world, we're going to be able to see the price action come up here, essentially sweep that upper level of liquidity that's left remaining and continue further up. Because again, we got some liquidation at this 71.7, 71.8, upwards of about 74. So I would think a run to 74 cents would make sense. And then of course, that would put us close to that 0.786 fib level. So it does look like we're ready to leg up here. This is a pretty solid situation. We've broken free from our range, establishing higher highs and higher lows on the semi-larger time frames, and the 4 hour and the daily both look very bullish. Hourly is breaking bullish right now. Okay, so while it is moderately overextended, we can see we've hit an 8 here on TD sequential. We've basically been running for 8 hours straight. The likelihood of pullback is moderate. Okay, so I would say if you're going to consider waiting, entry closer to 71 cents would make more sense. However, there's a chance it may not pull back if Bitcoin decides to hold its current range and continues to retest that upper to mid $70.5 thousand range. So again, a lot of good stuff here. This coin is looking primed and ready to rock and roll. I like what I see, and Matic looks fairly strong. So I'm going to probably consider a long position with this coin here shortly. I hope you learned something here today. Thank you again so much for watching. Once more, make sure you reference Bitunix Phenomenal Exchange. The link is down below for this. But if you use my link to register, you're automatically eligible for these future bonus rewards just by depositing and using the exchange as you normally would. So I'd recommend considering this. And then same thing, follow suit if you've never used the exchange before. It's like the best exchange that we've used as a community for almost a year now. No VPN, KYC required. Use my link to register so you qualify for these benefits. Obviously, help grow the Twitter, Telegram, Discord, and everything possible. If you want to see our results from last month, you can see them here as well. May was a very good month for us. While it's not monumentally profitable, it was still pretty good. And I like the consistency. So thanks again, folks. We'll look forward to seeing you in the next one. Have yourself a great rest of your day. Take care.